Here we go again. Was gonna give this a shot. Obviously, Lois Lane issue number one. It's a 12 issue series. It's gonna be, you know, popping off. And on the cover it says she uncovered the most dangerous secret in the DC universe. So obviously that's enticing, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna read this. Want to check it out. And then we get to the end. Fucking God, man. So we get to the end, and there's this the White House, the spokesperson is having some sort of press conference, right? She looks exactly like Sarah Sanders, former White House spokesperson. And let me read you some of the dialogue actually here. So they start asking about refugees, right? It's the Lois Lane piece. It ran this morning about the refugee camps, and then we move on. The granting of, and then Lois Lane starts to grill her. The granting of specific contracts, including an additional 22 million earmarked for quote unquote tender care camps. Do you deny that the administration is monetizing the separation, and they put it in bold, of children from their families? We're talking about children as young as 18 months. Like, so what this is a direct play on obviously what's going on at, the border, or what people are disputing. Some of that's false, some of it's not. But the fact that they put this shit in here it just annoys the living shit out of me, because it highlights how exactly in today's current age writers are fucking garbage, man. Like they're garbage. They do not know how to write analogies. They do not know how to write metaphors for anything happening right now without being too on the nose. To put that shit in the book, that is basically a direct replication, more so a direct replica of what's going on now. If you just turn on the news, right? It's the exact same thing, and they just put it in the book. Like, what talent does that take? What talent does that take to sit up here and just say, you know what, I'm gonna take whatever's going on, I'm just gonna put the motherfucker in the book. That takes zero talent. So I'm looking at who the fuck is this Greg Rucka guy who is the writer, and then I see this on his Twitter. Rachel Maddow ironically follows him. But he has this shit. This is an NPC. This is a predictable person, bro. And all these people that are in comics, it's the same old shit, same old Trump hating narrative. Is nothing unique about it. Saying fuck Trump and being an artist or a writer is nothing. You're yelling in a fucking echo chamber. All of you guys are saying the same goddamn thing, making the same goddamn arguments. Even me, I'm obviously not a fan of Trump, but at least I can argue something of merit, not just repeating the same goddamn thing I heard on MSNBC. This is what we're dealing with, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, what is this? The first issue. The first issue. Why would I want to read that, bro? Why would I want to read that? Do you have any sort of talent? Or do you just gotta take the mainstream leftist narrative and just put the bitch in comic book form? And this is why I'm saying that you're stupid to not even pay attention to the writers, bro, that write this shit, because that's what they do. Be it in, it doesn't matter if it's in film adaptation of comic book film, or comic book, like just comic books. It doesn't matter. The writers nowadays are simply thinking that the books, movies, and so forth are their canvases, and they just want to inject their personal politics and beliefs into the damn book. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's lazy. It doesn't matter if it's trash. Again, the story has already been written. The mother's dipshit literally just said, you know what? I see this on MSNBC. This is the talking narrative. This is the talking point. Refugees, immigrants, separation of families, yada, yada. Why don't I just put the motherfucker in the book? Now, don't try to disguise it of anything like that. Like, again, old writers would have done. They would have made it a metaphor, and it would have been for multiple interpretations and so forth. Not this. Literally grab put a chick in there, the press... the spokesperson, have a look like Sarah Sanders, just literally put, and he's got the nerve, they got the letters, got the nerve to bold the letters, separation of families, refuge. Like, motherfuckers, what is this? Have you no talent? Well, I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that. No, you don't. What the fuck is this? Got dust on me. Dirt off your shoulders, man. But nonetheless, what the fuck, man? Lois Lane issue 1, DC. And DC has been better about handling social justice nonsense. This ain't it. Don't buy this book. Don't buy this book. You can go just don't buy this book. I bought it and I read it for you, so you don't have to. Don't fucking buy this piece of shit book. Jesus Christ, Greg Rucka, you are trash. They're just giving these guys gigs. That's what trips me out. Predictable motherfuckers. This is why we call them NPCs, because it's like, okay, I've read this, right? And I'm like, okay, I already know. If I go to this guy's Twitter, I'm gonna see a bunch of mainstream leftism, Trump hating, all that shit. And I go to his Twitter, and that's exactly what I see. This is why we call y'all NPCs, because you're predictable. This is why we call you non-playable characters. It's like you guys are running the same goddamn script. Holy shit. Don't buy Lois Lane issue 1 or issue 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 12. Leave that shit alone.